Hey there, good looking. Welcome to this full body strength workout. Listen, I boldly called this workout the best strength workout for women. Now, it's not because I'm having a diva moment and thinking very highly of myself. It's because the training principles we're using in this workout is going to match wherever you are on your fitness journey, as well as whatever your goals are. So listen, if you're a beginner, my goodness, this is going to teach you the basics of how to strength train using dumbbells and a variety of different training principles. If you're looking to improve your bone density, we've got strength workout as well as high velocity training, which has recently been shown to be so impactful for building our bones. And then finally, if you're intermediate or advanced, because of all the different training principles we are performing today, you will bust through any plateaus. Now, you may hear me reference in the workout the Muscle Hustle Challenge, and that's because this is a challenge on my platform Over 50 Fitness. In fact, this is the largest challenge that I present every year. If you'd like to check out our platform and maybe try out some of the challenge, I've got a link down below for a 14-day trial. For equipment, please have moderate and heavy dumbbells, chair or bench, piece of tubing, I'm using a TheraBand, and then access to a wall. And that's mainly to put our leg up on. So a couch would work as well if you don't have a wall nearby. Pardon me. And then totally optional are yoga blocks. I'm using them for my push-ups. I find it's more wrist friendly. Now, if you don't leave me out, if you're like push-ups, I'm out. There's going to be a mini me in the corner with a modification for you. So don't leave. Okay? You still here? Okay, good. All right, that's all the equipment. Let's stop talking and let's start sweating. If you like to track your fitness with a watch, you got it. Press start now. For reference, I chose the strength training setting on my Apple Watch. All right, let's warm up our core and then work our way into a stand. Down on all fours, please. Wrists under shoulders, knees apart underneath the hips. Let's take a look at the top of the mat. I'll talk you through this. You don't need to look at me. Extend one arm and the opposite leg. As we extend the arm, turn the thumb up to the ceiling and then release. Other side. So by turning the thumb up, we get a little bit of lat involvement, big muscles along the sides of the back there. We want to keep the hips square and even. Warming up into our core here. Working a bit of balance too, right? And prepping the wrists as well. Let's go for 4. One more each side. Last one. Excellent. Kick one leg out. Turn the toe to me. Bring the hands in front. Rock yourself on top of the wrist and just past and then rock back. I've got my back toe tucked under, warming up into my ankle in this back foot, knee, and then the adductor through here. And then we've got shoulders and wrists as well. 4 more. Last one. Other side. Kick the leg out, toe forward. Come forward so you're past the wrist and now sit back. Once again, I've got the back toe tucked under. If you don't have a lot of range in the knee joint, just go back as far as you can. Maybe press forward more if that works better. Last 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Come into a stand position. Oh, here comes trouble. There's Max. Grab onto that TheraBand I asked you to have for some shoulder dislocators. Hello, Mr. Magoo. All right. Band here. Core tight. Rotate the hand so that the band touches the bum. Come back to front. The further the hands are, the easier it is. Working shoulders here, obviously. And then we're going to keep our rib and our hip tucked so we're not losing that neutral spine. Now pick up the tempo. One more. Now bring it behind you again, please. Bring the palms down and give me a press. Woohoo, look how fancy that was. That was almost like a dance move. Working into the pecs, triceps, and shoulders still here, and rotator cuff. Let's do for 4. 3, 2, 1. Band off to the side. Hip hinge. Hands under the chest, look up, reach up, and stay with this side for me. We got 8, and then we'll do the other side. 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6. That was Bella. Larry shut the door on her, and she didn't like that. Last one. Other side. Bella's 13 years old, and she's getting quite bossy in her old age. Actually, the whole house is. Let's not lie. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Root to stand. If you have that yoga block, you can place it between the knees. If you don't worry about it. I want the skinny side in the knees. For those of you without the yoga block, you'll perform a narrow stance squat. Push the hips back, drive to stand. Warming up into the quads here. We want that neutral spine, so we're pushing the bum back like we're seeking out a chair. Further lubricating the ankle, knees, and hips here. Let's go for 4 here. 3, 2, 1. All right, grab a sip of water. We're going to start with high velocity training. So that's where we take 4 seconds, so quite slow, to do the shortening part of the exercise, the concentric part of the exercise, and then we go fast for the eccentric. So we're starting with push-ups. For those of you that don't like doing push-ups from their wrists, Minnie-Me's in the corner doing it from her knees off of a chair, so follow her. If you're joining me here, this is where I like the yoga blocks. So we're going to take 4 seconds to go down slow, okay? So let's get set up, hands slightly wider than shoulders. Now take it down really slow for 4, 3, elbows tracking back, 2, 1. Now drive up fast, 1. Good. Do it again. So when we drive up fast, we're not going to lock out the elbows. About 4 seconds down and breathe out, press up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe up, press up. Woo. So we try to go up on a 1 count. That right there, exploding up. 1 more. Exploding up. All right. Using some dumbbells. I'm going to use my moderate. Taking it, let's use a chair. Taking 4 seconds to go down for our squat, and then we're going to explode up into a stem without locking the knees. So let's try it. Take it down for 4, 3, 2, don't fully sit, drive. 4, 3, 2, 1, drive. So dumbbells are optional. With high velocity training, this is the one where they're finding really great results with improving bone density. But we tend to, we want to drop our weight a bit. We don't want to go really our heaviest weights. I'm taking about 60% of that. Drive, stand. Perfect. Let's leave the dumbbells on our chair. Grab that band, and this is the last one of the series. Then we're going to go through everything 2 more times. Core engaged. I want you to give me a band pull apart for 4 seconds. So go for 4, 3, 2, squeeze the shoulder blades, 1, release, home, fast, 1. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, release, home, back, good. 4. So I'm not moving through the elbows so much. It's coming all through the shoulders. It's a 4 count, pulling the band apart, bringing it to my chest, pulling the shoulder blades together, and then an exhale and a 1 count coming back home. Everything's quiet in the core. 4, 3, 2. All right, push-ups, chair or floor. Your hands are wider than the shoulders. Elbows are going to track back a bit, not flaring out. We got 4 counts to go down. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Press. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press. So we want definitive different speeds. The lowering is slow, and then press up a little faster there. So I'm going as fast as I can. This isn't a strong move for me. But I am trying to make sure that my lowering is a lot slower than my pressing up. Woo. All right, squats now. All right, those 10s didn't really do much for me. I'm going to grab my 15s. So we got, mats up. That's not good. 4 seconds to squat. Then drive up. Don't lock the knees. Feet shoulder width or wider. Go for 4, 3, 2, drive. 4. If you've ever had a knee problem, you probably did these in rehab without weight. So again, we're focusing on the lengthening here as we come up, in particular the quads. Remember our quads, front of the thigh, last one. Super important for knee health. All right, crew, one more time through. Or nope, sorry, we got the band. Got ahead of myself there. So abs engaged, so it's like somebody's coming to sucker punch you and you're bracing for that impact. Pull for 4, moving through the shoulders, not the elbows so much, and then release. So you can get those hands to go back past the body. Whoa, squeeze it, release. 4, 3, 2, 1. The closer your hands are together with your band, the harder the pull is going to be. Core is what? That's right, tight, okay? So high velocity training here. We are focusing on the concentric slow and then eccentric fast. You got it. All right, let's take it to those push-ups again. Last time here. We can be on the bench, hands on the chair or bench, or we can be here. Keep that plank no matter what you chose. We take it down for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Drive. We go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Exhale, drive. So let's try that breath, okay? Inhale here. Exhale. So we always want to exhale on the hard, on the power part. So right here, as we press up, that's where we exhale. Come on. Keep that core tight. Keep that plank. Press. One more. Woo, baby. All right. Squat. Chair or bench behind you. Feet shoulder width or wider. Shoulders back and down. Push the seat rear like you're seeking out that chair. Nice and slow, nice and slow. 3, 2, 1. Root to stand. Don't lock the knees. Do it again. You definitely don't want to hyperextend. So we got some softness still in the joint. Pushing through my heels to drive up. I'm not giving me a butt squeeze here either. That's going to put me in a posterior tilt of my pelvis, which is not good for the low back. We are just rooting, driving to a regular stance. Last time. Okay. Standing band pull apart. Closer your hands are, the harder it is. Abs engaged. Draw that belly button in. Brace. Give me 4, 3, 2. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Release. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Feel the mid-back? I hope so. I am. Good posture move here. Hitting our rotator cuff as well, which can be a bit of a problem child as we get older. So we can't neglect the back of our body. Release. All right, you. Grab a quick sip of water. We're moving into our superset strength next. All right, once you've had that sip of water, a couple of things. If you're going to join me in the gorilla row, that's our second one, you're gonna want your yoga blocks because that's gonna build your ground up. All right, if you don't wanna do this because it is more advanced, I'll show you an alternative before we get set up for that. We're supersetting front of body and back of body on this one. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds recovery, 2 rounds. Starting with a chest press. So grab your heavies, have a seat, place them on the thighs, and then lie back. Slide the elbows so they're slightly in front of the shoulders, knuckles to the ceiling, breathe out, press up, and lower. So we don't want the elbows behind the shoulders, ideally in front. It's going to put the shoulder in a better positioning. We want to keep the wrists straight. Our chest press is coming through the shoulders and then the elbows. Keep going. I got something in my eye. It's driving me nuts. It's a hair probably. Have you seen this wild hair? I can't tame it. All right. Working pecs here, front shoulder, triceps. So the same muscles that we did our push-ups with. So yeah, they're already warm and ready to go, aren't they? Train or giggle there. All right. Now, if you don't want to join me on the gorilla row, you can do what we call quadruped row, which is on all fours, lifting, alternating. Otherwise, with me, if you want to build your ground up, I highly recommend it. Do so. Feet are wide. Now sit yourself down because you want the movement in your legs here, not your low back. And then I've got one end of my dumbbell resting on the yoga block as I alternate and row up. So there's a lot of lower body with this one. It's a static hold, breathing out as we row up, or stay in that 4-point or quadruped position I showed you. These are our 2 moves. Go back to chest press and a few more reps. How's that neutral spine? Okay, cool. Just thought I'd ask. Hinging forward, but not letting that low back round. One more here. Root to stand. Woo, baby. All right. Let's get ourselves set up to that chest press. Bum on the ground, please. Start with the dumbbells on the thighs, and then just lie back. Back of the arms hit your ground. Slide your elbows in position. Knuckles to the ceiling. Back of the neck is long. Breathe out, press up. Don't rush this now. So both the concentric and the eccentric, the lowering, are going to be about the same speed. Woo, I'm feeling my pecs. How about you at home? All right, so you can join me on the gorilla row, or as I said, quadruped. Knees underneath the hips, hands under the shoulders, and row up. Your choice, always your choice. I want to give you choices so you feel good with your workout. Sit your bum back, breathe out, row up, everyone. My muscle hustle challengers, whoo-hoo, boy, we got a good month for you. Remember, we're taking it one workout at a time, right? An entire month of workouts, that's a lot if you think of it in that way. So I want you to just remember, 1, every 5th day is recovery. We got stretch and mobility, and we're going to take it one workout at a time. We're not going to get lost in the weeds. Deal? All right, perfect. All right, I want you to find a piece of wall, or if you don't have a wall, you're going to hold a static wall, sit like that. Otherwise, join me for a wall sit. Slide your bum down, take it down. Now, if you're doing this workout in real time, I don't think we've done a wall sit since the 12 Days of Christmas challenge, because we did a lot of wall sits, didn't we? So I think we're fully recovered now. We're good to go. Remember with your wall sit, we want to slide the chin in so the back of the head's against your wall, shoulders back and down. We've got a little bit of lift in that lumbar curve. Perfect. That lumbar back, pardon me. The lower you go, better. The more work, but you just, we ideally want thighs parallel to the floor as best as you can judge. Ankles and knees lined up. And we are almost there in 3, 2, 1, drive up. Woo, baby. All right, I want you to grab one of your heavies. You rest just mirror me, all right? So your right leg up against a wall. And it's just behind you, just press into the wall. If you don't like that, if you don't want to mark your wall, you'll do a B stance and just follow suit. Otherwise, press into the wall with your foot while we hinge and do a deadlift and come up. So now this is hamstring and glute dominant. First exercise was quad dominant. So we're supersetting, once again, front and back of the body, just lower body here. Pushing this foot into your wall. My knee's at 90 back here, and it's underneath my hip. So it's easy to hold my leg there. So we want the knee under the hip, not the knee in front of the hip. Let's do one more. Beautiful. So the next set, we'll do the other leg. Deal? Perfect. So hopefully I remember the right one. All right. However, we do 2 sets of our wall sets. Get yourself set up. Again, if you don't have access to a wall, you'll hold a static squat. 3, 2, 1. Slide yourself down. Back of the head is against your wall. Please slide that chin in. Shoulders back and down. Beautiful. Belly button drawn in a bit. Big smile on. It's our last wall set. Whew, halfway now. Sometimes the halfway mark isn't very motivating though, is it? Yeah, because that wasn't very motivating for me. Here we go, 10 more seconds. That's motivating. Hang in there. Breathe it out. Drive up. Woo! All right. We got the other leg against our wall, or if we're not interested in marking our wall, you're going to just give me a B stance. So that leg's kicked back just a bit. You're on your toe. And you've got all of the weight on that front leg while you do the exact same thing we're doing. Otherwise, your left foot's up. Knees at 90, knees under hip. Press the foot against your wall. Hip hinge, softness in the knee, drive to stand. Woo! Focus your stare on something stationary. So my bum is sitting back a bit, right? We still want that deadlift where we're pushing the bum back, seeking the wall behind us, and then coming up. This one's a great exercise for the hips. You feel it all through here? One more. Woo! All right, shake it out. Grab a quick sip of water. We're moving into our final strength program. All right, I'm going to grab some water too. So this is our pre-exhaustion training principle. So we're going to do an isolated exercise. So where just one joint moves, we're isolating just kind of one muscle, and then we'll follow that immediately with a compound exercise where that muscle assists. So we're starting with a bicep curl for 30 seconds, and then we'll hinge, maybe add more weight and do a row for 30 seconds and 2 rounds of that. So let's start with our bicep curl. If you want to switch out for the rows, you can bring your dumbbells in front. Nice and tall on the spine. Curl up, slowly lower. Turning the pinky towards you as you curl up. Trying to move through the elbow, again, not the shoulder, so we're not swinging. We're also not pushing the hips forward. We're really quiet in the core, lower body region. Just trying to isolate the bicep muscle. Let's go one more. All right, now if you want to switch out to a heavier weight, go for it. We have a hip hinge now. Abs brace, like someone's going to sucker punch you. Brace them. Hinge, dumbbells down by your side, and now row. So biceps are now assisting. So they're already pre-exhausted, hence the name of the training principle, pre-exhaustive training. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Our tempo's a little faster on this because we're not lifting the heaviest that we can. And come to stand. All right, we'll do one more of those. Use your legs if you're switching out your dumbbells, not your low back. First, what do we want? Brace those abs. Someone's coming to sucker punch us, draw that belly button, maintain an easy breathing pattern, and then curl and straighten. Not pushing through the hips, just letting it come through the front of the arm there, that bicep muscle. Breathing out as we lift up. That's the hard. No muscle was left behind in today's workout, that's for sure. As we go through the muscle hustle challenge, we're going to really dive deeper into training principles. Time, all right. Take it into that hip hinge, maybe switching out the dumbbells because these are multiple joints moving now, so you might be able to push a bit more load. Give me that hinge, brace those abs, and row up. Last one. Root to stand. Woo! All right, we're going to isolate your triceps now. So let's get back onto our bums. Taking our moderate weight. For beginners, you're going to hold on to one. Okay? And you're going to do one weight skull crusher. Those of you that are intermediate advanced, dumbbell in each hand, please. Start with the arms straight up. And now let the hands go behind the head a bit so we've lengthened into the triceps. Now from here, bend the elbows, dumbbells touch the ground beside you, beside the head. Don't hit the head. And then straighten the arm. So having the arms back a bit, we've lengthened the tricep, and therefore I'm going to train it a little harder. So isolation exercise, because only one joint's moving, right? Just the elbow. Next exercise, we'll get the elbow and the shoulder involved, so the pec will be involved in the front shoulder, anterior deltoid, but we'll also have that tricep assisting us. All right, bring the elbows in. My beginners, let's put a dumbbell in each hand now. Elbows in tight, knuckles to the ceiling, wrists are straight. Narrow chest press, breathe out as we press up. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Breathe out and down. Oh yeah, there's the tricep love. Woo! All right, so if you are really starting to burn, you don't think you can hold the form for the second set, if you had 2 dumbbells in your hand, drop it down to 1 dumbbell and hold on to it end to end, or lower your weights. Here we go, arms straight, extend, bring the hands behind the head a bit, drop the elbow, drop the dumbbells, bend at the elbows, is what I'm trying to say, and then straighten. Try not to move the wrists too much. There's going to be a little movement in them, but not a lot. Nothing in the shoulder though. Once we've extended those arms back a bit, we're just going to lock that shoulder in that positioning. Breathe out as we press up. Right there, that's the hard. Woo, baby. All right, bring the arms down. We need a dumbbell in each hand for this next one. Elbows are going to stay in tight. Knuckles are to the ceiling. And back of the neck is long. 3, 2, 1, press up. So just tell your triceps, this is the last one. And then we move back to our lower body so the triceps can rest. So tell them, they get a mini vacation after this. They just need to hang in there for probably about 8 more reps. Breathe out, press up. Woo! And roll yourself up. All right, final superset here. Okay, so we're going to pre-exhaust the glute and hip, starting with a standing fire hydrant, and then we'll move it into a split squat with hinge. So my beginners, this will all be body weight. My intermediate advanced, I want you to grab your dumbbells. I'm going to use my heavies. Mirror me, bend this leg, soften this one, hinge forward, abduct this leg behind. Nice. Now when the timer goes, it's this leg that we're lifting up that's going to step behind us for the split squat. And then we're going to add one more element to that split squat to make it even more glute and hip dominant, because that's what you should be feeling now, right? Yeah, on this, because that's what we're pre-exhausting. One more. All right, so remember, this leg is going to go back. So if you want your dumbbells, grab them, feet hip width, and then step back with that leg. Split squat, you take it as deep as it feels good for your knees. However, I want you to be a hip hinge over the thigh, so we get the glutes further fired up. We got the other leg for our last round, okay? Woo! Straightening the legs as we drive to stand. Not rounding over the thigh. We've got that neutral spine. We've just hinged our chest over top of that front thigh. One more, please. Whoa. Yeah, 15s are a good weight for me on that. All right, let's fire hydrant now. This side. So we want softness here. Bend this guy. Find something stationary to look at. That's really going to help with the balance. And then abduct away. This is a great little drill to do if you're a runner or if you're doing a learn to run program to fire up your glute med and get the glutes ready. This little guy, if it's not strong, can play a lot of havoc, especially for runners. So we need to keep it happy. So this is the leg that's going to step back in 3, 2, 1, release. Grab the weights if you want them. Feet hip width, step back that leg. Shoulders back and down, so we're not going to round the upper back. The hinge is coming through the hip. 3, 2, 1, last exercise. Let's go. Take it down and drive up. So I asked you to set yourself up with feet hip width and then step back, because that's going to enable us to keep the feet apart and give you better stability when you lunge. Our breath out is as we press ourselves up. That's the hard, right? Coming up against gravity. One more here. Oh, woo. Dumbbells down. Oh. High five? Yeah, let's do it. High five. Good. I want to see some screenshots of that on Over 50 Fitness. Okay. Quick stretch and then I'll let you go. Then I'll let you go like I'm holding you here for hostage. Well, I might be. All right, let's use our bench or chair. Kick a leg up. Sit the hips back. And feel that hamstring. Hands going to rest just on the thigh. When we're doing these stretches, we never want to push down on a joint. And by all means, you can have a slight bend in that knee. So again, my muscle hustle challengers, please don't get lost in, oh my gosh, it's going to be such a big month. Yeah, it's going to be a big month. We're just going to take it day by day. And if we miss a day, oh well, the world's not going to explode. Then we just pick up the workup the next day. Deal? Perfect. I used to have an all or nothing attitude too, but age is mellowing me. So I really want to encourage you to understand that if you miss days, you just pick it up when you can again. All right, if you want to have a seat, go for it. Interlace the hands behind the head, open up the chest, look up, open. Gaze at the ceiling, just kind of lifting and opening the front of the body here. And release. Now we're going to do the opposite. Now for my osteo crew, I don't like a big flexion on your spine. So I just want you to kind of be supported on your thighs. Deal? Everybody else? On the edge of your seat still, drop yourself down, drop your head down. Now feeling it in our back, possibly in the inner thighs, hip. Now hands on the thighs and press yourself up nice and slow. We did it. Thank you so much. Well done, you, if you're doing the challenge. Day 1 is in the bag. We'll see you in the next workout. Bye. Now I'm using the yoga blocks for push-ups. Don't leave me if you heard the word push-ups, because Mini Me will be in the corner showing an alternative using a bench, or you can use a chair too. Nope, she's using a chair. You can use a bench as well. You know, we're just going to redo that.